Hi, this is Hetal Lakhani. Time to once again welcome you to my kitchen with a new recipe, tomato soup. Is that a new recipe? Definitely not. Most favorite and most preferable soup on any dining table that has been preferred by one and all. A very simple recipe of tomato soup. There are various ways to make this. You can boil the tomatoes, you can first cut the tomatoes, you can boil and cook both the things simultaneously. But what recipe I am going to show you today, or share with you rather, is how you actually make the tomato chutney. And in that extension, we're going to make the soup out of this. I'm sure you're going to like it. Come, let's have a quick look at the ingredients. We need 5 to 6 tight and firm dark red skin tomatoes. Please avoid yellow tinge because they are a little sour and tangy in taste. About 1 carrot, almost partially boiled, jaggery, black pepper, salt and few mint leaves to garnish. Just to explain you quickly, why do I use jaggery? Most of the people complain that after having tomato soup or any for that matter citric fruit or soup, they have this acidity problem. That's because the tangy fruit or veggie or soup is usually preferred with sugar, tinted or added to the main ingredient. Now what happens is when the tomatoes and the sugar makes a combination, it usually definitely settles down the sour taste of the fruit or the veggie, but the acidic level rises in the body. Jaggery is usually said or rather preferred as one of the medicine in Indian Ayurvedic chart when an acidic level rises in a human body. Even if a small piece of jaggery is rolled out below your tongue, when you have an acid level up, you will definitely have a relief in about 20 to 30 minutes. It is not as quick as your Eno salt or fruit salt, but is one of the best home remedy for your acidity problem. Another thing, whenever you make any kind of dish or soup, tomato is blended with jaggery, lime is blended with sugar. If you follow this combination, the taste and the flavor which comes out in the dish is far more better, very crisp in terms of sourness and at the same time delicious with the sweetness of jaggery or sugar. Let's begin with this. I'll show you how do I first boil my tomatoes. I have this pan ready with me, a hot boiling water. I will just add 1 tomato to this at a time. I have kept few tomatoes ready here which are boiled in this way. They are still intact with the skin. When the fork is ready to be inserted very smoothly, that means your tomato is done. And I have a tomato which is ready because the skin has almost come up now. I'll take this in a bowl and allow it to cool. Meanwhile, we use these ready tomatoes. Just peel them up. Now we've removed the skin. Now we're going to chop this very fine. This is all what you'd need to do. Now you would say, why do we need to cut them if you have boiled it fair enough? It's because if you cut this and then grind it, it will come out to be a paste. And your seeds, which we have not removed from these, you need not cut this evenly. So we are ready with this. And we will also chop these boiled carrots. It's going to get a little messy, but that's how the recipe I am going to share with you today. This happens when you make your Szechuan sauce, you make the red sauce for your dish. Take a blender and we add these tomatoes. And I'm just going to add very little of black pepper powder, just a bit, because I want them to mix it well with the. We have this blend mixture ready of tomatoes and carrot. Now I'm going to use a scoop of butter. This is entirely your choice. You can either use butter or you can use clarified butter, that's your normal vegetable ghee. You can also use vegetable oil or olive oil to give this the start. But I kind of like the butter. Alright, so we have seen that the butter is melted. Well, we just add this tomato puree to this. And we are allowing the tomatoes to cook just for about a minute. Now if you see here, I have coarsely cut the tomatoes, or blended the tomatoes rather. I have not done a fine paste to it. And to this stage we will add water. To give you a nice consistency. And while it's boiling, we will add a little of black pepper powder. We've already added to the blend. Salt to taste. And the jaggery. I have taken about 1 tablespoon of jaggery. If you like too sweet the flavor, you can take accordingly. And just allow this to boil. Now at this stage, if you really like very thick soup, you can add the corn flour, or you can just dissolve 1 teaspoon of maida all-purpose flour in water, and when you added the butter, you can add that liquid to it. That's going to act like your thickening agent. But I prefer just drinking and making simple like this. I'm going to allow this to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes at medium-high flame. And now after 3 to 4 minutes, we have our soup ready. And it is already smelling yummy to me. I wish I could share the smell as well on camera. Well, this consistency, as you can see, is very thin. This is not like your cream soup, but this is one of the very best recipes for your weight loss plan. If you're treating yourself with cancer, if you're treating yourself with blood pressure, and time to serve. Of course, you have this mint stick which you can just add it, but you can take leaves of your choice, maybe basil leaves, maybe parsley, maybe coriander leaves. But here I prefer mint leaves. I'm going to chop them really fine. Usually leaves are not supposed to be cut and chopped by knife because they lose their flavor. But I'm just going to do a bit because I need it for garnish. And your soup is ready. So your tomato soup is ready to be served. You can serve this with chili cheese toast, breadsticks, or croutons as usual which is opted for this soup. Hope you like making this. Of course, it's not very thick as your cream soup, but it's one of the very, very delicious recipe. Thank you for watching me. I'll see you soon with the next recipe. And if you like this, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching me.